which ought to be pretty good. Noisy, but not well enough. Move that part. Active bald eagle's nest out there. There are the eagles. Typical hawking area here, first part of my route. Early for the starlings to be down, so we're going to go across the river to industrial park area that always has good slips. All right, we're going over the mighty Mississippi River in Baton Rouge. Kind of foggy out there. Heading now into the city of Port Allen, which is mostly industrial and small neighborhoods. Starling's down, but not a good slip. This is a kind of a quiet industrial park road, lots of lawns. Usually a good number of starlings in here. Starlings feeding up ahead here. There they are. All right, hard to do this by myself, but we're gonna give it a try. Nope, they all got up. Nice thing about springtime hawking is that they're all so busy feeding, they're going to come back down again pretty quick. I just need to drive around the block and give them another shot. All right, a couple starlings down up here. She's got what I call a missile lock, slick down, but she also rose her wings, which sometimes spooks the birds. Miss. Yeah, another slip, but they just moved, so I think I'm going to go get in a different position. All right, heading back to the car. Not a good parking job. Okay, so I parked. Now I'm gonna get her settled on the kill. I killed it right after she caught it, as soon as possible, by just breaking the neck and, in this case, taking the head pretty much clean off. So I pull the skin away from the head, kind of just rolls right off. Starlings have real tough skin and real hard feathers, which is actually good. And I take the lower mandible and hook it into this alligator clip. Like so. And that way I can get her nice and situated feeding on the part she likes. I'm all tangled up in here. There we go. And usually I just let her eat that on the way home, and then pop her on the scale, see how many more grams she needs, feed her up to that fed weight. That'll have her back to hawking weight again tomorrow morning, and we go from there. So that's what we'll do. Here's the part where we wait on a train and make a big mess in the car. So you can see she'll just eat it down to the mandible. Not much left. Just let her pick at it all she wants. She'll eventually stop and feek and browse and hop on her perch for the rest of the drive home. Mississippi River levee, about 4 stories tall, holds back the river from flooding my neighborhood and half of Baton Rouge. All right, back home now. And now we hook her back up, go weigh her, see what we need to feed her for the rest of the day, fed weight. So I use a little version of the Colson's hookup, swivel on the bottom, swivel for each jess, and a little lanyard hook. These go into small holes at the end of the jesses. Clip her to the glove with the larger lanyard on the last. And now she's hooked up. Do that for any walk out of the car to someplace else. There's the tree where the Cooper's hawk sits, always ready to come down and take Coco off my fist. All right, so just got a little simple postal scale here by the pole perch where she weathers after she eats and before she goes hunting. $110. All All right, so we're going to calculate how much we need to feed her to be back at hunting weight tomorrow morning at about 8 a.m. Okay, the first thing we need to know is approximately how much she weighed at the time of the starling catch. And we can see that it was estimated to be 103 grams. 110 now, minus 103, that's 7 grams that we know she has eaten up to this point. So if she's eaten 7 grams, we need to know what the fed weight is going to be to know how many more grams she needs. And the app again tells us feed 11 grams. 11 minus 7 is 4, so that's what we've got to feed now to get her to fed weight. This is 4 grams here, and that'll put her up to her right fed weight. And what is that fed weight? So 103 originally plus 11 is 114. So we need to feed her up to 114 grams. All right. So we fed up to 114. This scale's not terribly accurate. So adjusting for the slight inaccuracy of this old postal scale, we can see that we're on track to be back at 103, a little bit before 8 tomorrow. Time for a little spritz. Clean the beaky, the feet, and the tail. And she will sit and relax for some hours now. All right, so what do I do with the starling to have it ready for food when we need it? This is not rocket science, but this is just how I do it. Kind of put my thumb beneath the sternum and the other thumb opposite it. Open it up. Pull out the intestine. And that's ready to freeze, and it'll stay a long time with all the feathers on, just like this. If I wanted to process it for food for the next day, what I do is put my fingers under each wing right at the armpit, try to pull evenly. That gets me one wing, the other wing, and then the body and the neck and the heart in there. And these are basically 3 days worth of food, assuming you're gonna hunt and catch a little something extra. All married falconers should have their own freezer for obvious reasons. Starlings that we catch during the season are way more than she needs to eat. You assume they need to eat about 12 to 14 grams of food a day, and each starling weighs 70 to 100 grams, so it's quite a bit of food, which is good for the off season, and that way you can keep them in good food year round. Hawking bag, such as it is, fanny pack with the patented carcass caddy from Mountain State Falconry Supply. You always want to remember to pull out these little pieces that you leave in there because you will find them later, but not soon enough. All right, Coco, you had enough food. Well, okay, let me get in. Got a little extra bit of food there. There, see? There you go. Little extra bits. Extra bits? No? Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your time off, preen.